Hello everyone, welcome to Bio with Shruti. This is me Shruti Pillai. Welcome to another session of biology for competitive exams. This is an NCRT biology session. As I've promised to you all, we will be covering NCRT biology from class 6 to class 12 for different competitive exams. Knowing the importance of NCRTs, for we all know that it forms the basis of different subjects for different competitive exams, be it UPSC, be it MPSC, or different PSC exams, railway exams, bank exams, also other competitive exams like medical and engineering, different entrance tests of medical and engineering. So for all these, NCRTs are very important. Specifically, if I talk about UPSC, many questions directly come from class 6 to class 12 NCRT books, right? Secondly, NCRT is very much helpful when it comes to note making. Guys, if you notice the NCRT books, after every chapter there are keywords and summaries. So those keywords and summaries are sufficient for us to revise the entire chapter. So it saves us a lot of time. Okay, so that way NCRT is very much helpful. Since this is my first NCRT biology session, we will begin with class 6. Now, why I would ask you to begin with class 6? First of all, the language is very simple. It is very easy to understand, especially for all those from non-biology background. Like there are many from engineering backgrounds and different other backgrounds. So if the basis of biology is not clear, okay, then it is definitely important to start from class 6 NCRT because it will form the foundation of preparation. Talking about the PDF notes, you will find the link of the PDF note in the description of every session. Okay, so kindly check, or you can follow my Facebook page Bio with Shruti. I'll be uploading the PDF link of the PDF in my Facebook page too. Okay, let's introduce all the biology chapter from NCRT Science Class 6 book. Guys, overall there are total 16 science chapters, out of which 7 chapters are from biology, which will be covered by me. Guys, we will make sure that we cover the NCRT book with respect to competitive exams. I have already cleared wheat from the chaff, means you'll find my notes very much specific with respect to competitive exams, so you can use that for your revision. So talking about the biology chapters, there is food, where does it come from? First chapter. Second chapter, components of food. Seventh chapter, getting to know plants. Then eighth, body movements, living organisms and their surrounding, water, garbage in and garbage out. So today we will begin with food. Where does it come from? It is a very short chapter. As I told you, after every NCRT chapter you will find keywords and summaries. First I'll introduce you all the keywords. Ingredients: edible, nectar. Meanwhile you can also note it down. Sprouted seeds, herbivore, carnivore, omnivore. So by the end, if you don't know the meaning, by the end of this lecture you will know the meaning of all these keywords. And once you see this session, even if you will go through the keywords, you will remember the entire session. It will help you to revise. So that's the best thing about NCRTs. Before we continue, if this is helpful, guys, do subscribe my channel, press the bell icon. You can also follow me on my Facebook page Bio with Shruti. For all the updates, Bio with Shruti is active in all these platforms. Okay, beginning with the first topic, food variety, and talking about the first keyword, that is ingredient. Different food is made up of different ingredients. What are ingredients? Ingredients are basically food or substances that are combined to form a dish. For example, if I say roti or chapati, so the ingredient is atta plus water, right? Like that, there are several examples. Now talking about the food material and sources. For example, if I say idli, so idli has rice, urad dal, salt and water. These are the ingredients. But what is the source? Source is plant, correct? So there are different plant parts and there are different animal products that are used as food. So all those plant parts which can be eaten or which can be consumed are said to be edible. For example, if I take mustard, the seeds of mustard are edible. We can produce oil from that, and the leaves of mustard is also edible. It is used as vegetable. If you look at this image, several parts of the plant, flower, fruit, stem, leaf, shoot system. Shoot system is the stem system, okay? The stem or the axis of the plant, that is shoot system. Also root system, there are different underground roots which we consume. Primary root system, secondary root system. Primary, look at the image carefully. This main axis is primary and this lateral branches or adjacent branches are secondary. Now talking about sources, for example brinjal curry, we use brinjal chili oil. So brinjal is a fruit, chili fruit, oil come from seeds, different edible parts of plant. Next keyword, sprouted. Guys, seeds are said to be sprouted when there is a small white structure. We all have seen this. This is very common. Now, what is the definition of sprouts? Guys, sprouts are seeds when they are provided with favorable temperature, moisture. They germinate and form young plants. And from there, the entire plant grows. Bees collect nectar. So moving on to the next keyword, nectar. Nectar are sweet juices that are collected from flowers. So what bees do, they convert them into honey and then they store in the hive. That is, beehive. Now if you talk about flowers, the availability of nectar is during a part of the year. So what bees do, bees store them in advance in the beehive. Animals and their food. Animals based on their mode of nutrition, that is what they consume, they are classified into three: herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. Herbivores are animals which eat only plants or plant products, okay, which means shakahari. Carnivores, these are animals which eat other animals, masahari, okay, and omnivores are animals which eat both plants and animals. Now what we need to know is examples. So herbivores include different examples. Some of the common examples include cow, rabbit, goat, deer, locust, camel. Okay, what is locust? This is locust. Okay, it is a herbivore. These are certain species of short-horned grasshoppers. You can note these examples down. Carnivores include lion, bear, snake, crocodile, lizard, eagle and wolf. Okay guys, eagle are also said to be scavengers. Comment and tell me, do you know what are scavengers? If you don't know, I'll explain it to you in my next session. Talking about omnivores, human beings, we are omnivores. Crow, dog, sparrow and ants. No, sparrow and ants also were omnivores. If you knew, that is great. Okay. Ant is also an omnivore. Sparrows are also omnivores. See, sparrow, if you see, they eat fruits, berries, also small insects. And ants also do eat fungi, leaf clutters and some small insects and dead animals. So they are also omnivores. That's it guys, this is the entire chapter. We've covered all the keywords, we've covered all the session. Let's summarize this chapter. At the end of the NCERT you will find summary. Both keyword and summary is enough for the NCERT chapter revision. Okay, we saw that there is variation in food in different regions. Sources of food includes plants and animals. We saw what are herbivores, they eat only plants. What are carnivores? They eat only animals. What are omnivores? They eat both plants as well as animals. Beech ka bantar. Okay. So guys, if this is helpful, do subscribe my channel. Click the bell icon for all the notification. And do follow me on different social media platforms for asking more queries. Share this to all your friends. Thank you so much.